All right, let's get into this. Hey guys, Ken Pearman here. I am back again with a product that I just got in the mail literally 5 minutes ago. And it's this guy right here. Let me show it to you. So, most importantly, let me move the mouse out of the way. It's all related to what I have over here. I've had this for some time now. These I just got a little bit ago. More importantly, I'd like to get back into camping. I've turned a lot of videos in that direction because I have a Jeep and camping. And I used to carry a pocket knife, but there was a set of jobs that I had for about 15 plus years where you weren't allowed to carry these things around. Here we are. And guys, if you can't obviously figure out what it is, you know what it is. So let's go ahead. I know there's a perforation there, but let's just go ahead and do that just for ceremonial purposes. And let's see what's inside the bag. Let me see. Ah, and there it is. As you can see here, this is the Hytron Pathright pocket folding knife with 3.34 inch 14 C28N steel clip point blade G10 handle folding knife with clip for men, sharp camping, hiking. Yes. So, what's in the box? So, as you see, what is and how it is received, I can see these little spots right here means that it's covered in some form of oil, which as many new knives are, it's nothing weird. It just preserves the blade and the steel in there because there is a potential of getting rust on it. If it's being shipped overseas, it will have the potential of getting salty air because it'll be on a ship probably, and that's how that'll work out. So let me grab something real quick. Got me a paper towel because you just want to rub this stuff off and take it off. It's not harmful to the knife or anything like that. I like to remove the excess oil off of products. I have spent some time in the service and I used to carry a Gerber multi-tool, hence the reason we got the Gerber knife here. I wanted something that I could definitely. Now the Gerber tool, you can flick it and you have a pair of pliers. But to get to the knife, which a lot of cases you're going to be using a knife to cut things, whittle, and do whatever you need the ability to get to it pretty quick. And you have to do it with two hands. No, you can do one. I think. Actually. Whoa! Wow. Okay. So, yeah, you can lock it that way. You can manually pull it out or just grab this and flick it out, which is just as easy. Let's go ahead and get some of that oil off the blade. Now, I will tell you, this is a super thin blade. It's not like you're going to be using this as a pry tool. That would be the last thing you'd want to do with this. There's no play in the mechanism. Hey guys, don't get me wrong. I am by far not a knife expert. Have I handled quite a few? Sure. Do I try to be as safe as I can around them? Yes, absolutely. And do I enjoy a good knife? Yes. It's been a long time since I've been able to carry and keep knives with me, just because through job and process, you needed to keep anything metallic away from you for a period of time. So now I'm no longer held to that. Not worried about it anymore. The nice thing is I'm going to be having myself a nice, decent little knife. And that's a big one right there. That's a good sized knife to take care of a lot of cutting needs. And I love how easy that is. You just grab that and it's just that quick, guys. You can pull it down. I have shown you that you do not need much force to even pop this open. The reason why I brought these guys out is it has a little knob right here so that you can do the same thing. Right? It takes quite a bit of force to get this open. Now, work on it, function it, move it around a bit, and will it loosen up? Yes. Two metallic items working against each other after a while will provide some looseness. Even the bolts as will eventually work themselves to a way to where you can open and close this. But here's the other thing about this knife. You have to push this blade over, and it's pretty hard. Will it wear down a little bit? Maybe. This is a spring-loaded piece of material, and this is super tight. Go in and maybe adjust this a little bit, drop it out. Maybe, sure. But yeah, again, that having to, let's just go. Ready? I'm just going to start, and I'll put this out and see how quick it is to open. Oh, hold on. And now, okay. That was, and guys, I know you're like, hey, Ken, quit putting the drama into it. I promise you. Yeah, I'm not. Ugh. Yeah, maybe I need more callous thumbs. I get it. But okay, there we go. Okay, that felt a little bit better this time. Now with this, you're going to have to pry that open. This is pretty tough. I have another one that's very similar to it. This is a Cabela's, I believe it is. Yeah. Knife. I actually bought this in Cabela. Actually, I think I bought this also there too. And this has the same concept. But let's lock it into place. Now that's the problem. There was a false lock there. But this is a little bit easier to fold in. Again, requires two hands. This, I can pull these down with very little force, enough force. It's not going to accidentally pop open, but with enough force, I can do everything from my time in service in Boy Scouts. You know, there are so many times that your hand is fully engaged into something and you need to cut. So you're in your pocket, you pull it out, wham, pull it out, cut whatever you need to, and then you're done. You can pull it out, make sure your fingers are clear, and then allow this to drop. Because I will tell you that this blade is fairly sharp. That's pretty darn sharp. If you flip this open and it comes down, you better be hopeful that it hits your fingernail more so than your skin, because that little spring is going to pull itself in just right at the very end. And if it does, it's going to give you a good memory. It's going to give you a bit of a memory of what you did. So, long story less long, be careful. As always, you will always be told by your dad, by your grandpa, by you to your kids. Always give respect to the tools you're working with. Make sure that you're safe as you can be, and try not to hurt yourself. Now, getting back to, and this was impressive, the way it sliced through. Let me see. I have done some sharpening. I'm going to check something. I have a sharpening tool that I worked on just a little bit. Yeah. This knife has been beat up a bit. I need to sharpen it some more. This isn't bad, but that guy is pretty darn sharp. Enough of the demo. Let's take a look at what we have here with the knife. It does say it's a clip point blade. I don't know if you guys can read that, but that is 14C28N. You do have your spring-loaded mechanism, and you can do it from one side, but it doesn't seem to operate from this side. So, interesting. Okay, so if I pull just the one, it pulls the whole thing, which is the opposite side of the clip, right? But the clip side, I cannot pull it down. You must be just from this one side. So you can do this. And most of the time, honestly, this is where it'll be, right? The clip will be on this side. You'll be able to pull this down and do that with it. And of course, I'm not super flowy with it, but oops. Yeah, this is really nice. I don't know if I'll spend much time flicking it because it has this mechanism, which is super smooth. It does not take a whole lot to get this out. This should sit nice with the clip inside your pocket. You can pull it out super easy. Unlike these two guys right here, they have a different style of locking mechanism, but they are a bit tough to get out. On this handle here, let me take a look at it. It has a convenient axis lock design compared with conventional axis locks. This Hytron axis lock has obvious advantages. It can be disassembled in a few simple steps. Disassembly and cleaning and maintenance are difficult and time consuming with other conventional axis locks. This one can be disassembled in a few steps so that you can do your cleaning and maintenance if you need to. So this is a G10 handle. I like it. I've heard some people say it's plasticky. It feels more carbon fibery than plasticky. It does feel a bit in the plastic side, but I can tell this is not, I feel that this is not like ABS or that type of plastic. So I'm not sure. I've heard some people state that this seems a bit more plastic than G10, but you know what? It's got a great grip. It is not slick. The material itself, even the slicker portion in the center is a bit slicker. It still feels a bit grippy. Now on the outside, it has, across the entire knife, it's got a decent grip where it's not slick. If you fling it open or something, it's not going to slip out of your hand. It feels good in the hand and well balanced. I'm happy with this. I like the way it looks. The longevity is going to be the concern. I will tell you that I like this because this guy I've had forever. I say forever because this has been with me in the service. and I have dinged up this blade. I've just sharpened it, so it's a lot better. It needs to be better maintenance, and I'll probably take it to get a whole new edge on here so I can maintain this edge. When I was in the service, a lot of times there were some dings and dents in the surface of the blade because I did all kinds of stuff with it. I use this as a hatchet and whatnot. But what I like about it is, again, I like this type of blade, this layout and how it feels in the hand. Check this out. You get all that, but you can put it in your pocket. This is the one problem I have with this knife. I would carry this daily if I could fold this in half. It is a bit thicker than the other knife here, but the problem is I can't really put this in my pocket. I can, but it's not going to feel good, especially when you need to carry the sheath. This knife is, gosh, when? 95? I even got dings and dents on it because I've used this very roughly and it has come out pretty well. I say it with this. Now I've got that knife that I really like. I love its blade. I love its capability. I love what I can do with it. The problem is I can't have it. Granted, yes, can I put that on my pants and my belt and walk around with it? Yeah, no, I'm not that guy. I'd rather do something that's in my pocket. I know it's weird, and we know those people, and nothing wrong with those people, but you know those people that will keep this thing clipped or locked on their side with their shirt untucked around it, or even if it's over it, you see the bulge and all that stuff. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to have a good, useful, larger knife that can cut through what I need it to cut through and not be concerned about it for a period of time, just where I need the standard maintenance of sharpening the blade. So again, very nice inlet, very nice countersunk set of screws in there. You don't feel any of those. You feel the surface of those, but they're not sticking out. They're not awkward. This whole thing feels good in the hand. You got this great belt clip, which is not impossible. And I say belt or even like inside pocket. You set it inside the pocket and just this sticks out from the pocket. It kind of gets out of the way of the stuff at the bottom of your pant pocket. But yeah, it's all pretty darn good. Love how easy and functional this knife is. And yeah, I love that edge. That edge is really good. And it does say hot knives. 2 safe opening methods. Fixed blade knife is equipped with an access lock and thumb stud opener. And then you also have this method where you can pull these down and flick it out. So the total length is 20.5 centimeters or 8.07 inches. The blade length is 9 centimeters or 3.54 inches. The weight is 91 grams, 3.2 ounces, very light. The brand name is Hot Knives. The model is the Pathright. The blade shape, as we all know, is the clip point. Is the product cordless? Yes, it does not need power to operate. It does have this OD green handle, which I actually ordered. I clicked on the order to get the black, and then I saw this OD green, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get it. I do the black stuff more so. It's a little bit more subdued. I can keep it aligned to a lot of stuff that's in my Jeep. So like black on black, it's hard to see, but this OD green, like this is true OD green. This is like military stuff that I'm used to. And don't get me wrong, I'm not totally nostalgic of the military stuff. It's just that every once in a while I like to see something like this, and this is a great functioning knife. So I really do like it. So this is going to be an EDC or an everyday carry for me. This will be in my pocket a lot. If it's not in my pocket, it'll be in my Jeep all the time so that I can use it when I need to. I am very ecstatic about this. I can't wait to use this more and see the life of the blade and what I need to sharpen it back up to where it needs to be. They say most knives are like at 20 degree. If you have that 20 degree blade, it just makes it less razor sharp, but longer lasting. With this blade being as thin as it is, I'm going to say it's like 15 degrees or less. The lesser the degree of the blade, the sharper it is, the more scalpel-like it is, but also the less resistant to damage. You'll have to sharpen this or treat and take care of the blade. So we'll see how that goes, because every other knife I have is like 20, 25, or even up to almost 30 degree blade. So having this guy at probably 15 or less, I'm going to wonder how long the sharpness of that blade is going to last. So, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out.